Greetings YouTube, time for another bargain video. First we have a James Bond, The Secret World of 007. This is a DK book. I bought this for myself. I'm probably just going to flip through it, give it a once through, and then probably pass it on. Alphonse Mucha? Make your own art masterpieces. We have a friend, we have a friend who really likes this artist's style. And so this is a Christmas gift, I believe. I picked this up because I couldn't remember if I have a copy. I have a copy, so I'm going to give that to somebody else. The Once and Future Goddess, sweeping visual chronicle of the sacred female and her reemergence in the cultural mythology of our time. It's from my wife. The Tales of, I'm going to butcher this name because it's Welsh, Mabinogion. I can't say it right. It's Welsh. As I've often heard people make fun of me because my SCA name is Welsh, or part of my SCA name is Welsh. It's a language that people couldn't afford the proper number of vowels. Then we have Mommies at Work, which is about different types of jobs that mothers have. This is from 1971, and it's surprisingly not horrible. I got it for my wife because I thought she'd appreciate it. Then we have a field guide to little known and seldom seen birds, and it is a book of humor because that particular bird has a camel pattern. Tupperware, The Promise of Plastics in 1950s America. That's for me. God's Jury, The Inquisition and the Making of the Modern World. That's also mine. Cthulhu Live, which is about Cthulhu LARPing. That should be horribly depressing. The Flawed Dogs, that's from my wife. Then we have Retold Classic Myths, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Those are mine. And then we have A Monster Calls, which is now a major motion picture. This is for my wife. Lots of books, and some of them I'll be passing on to my nephews. For example, that one's going to my nephews, that one's going on to a coworker, and that one's not going to stay long. This is a gift. So, there's a lot of books here. A lot of these things will be going out as soon as they come in, like the Bird book is going to my mother-in-law. On to comics, as I have some. And I forgot this one, it's for my wife. And the big red sticker on these means that it was half price. So Winnie paid $4 for that, or less than $4. We have Space Dumplings, which is Dumplins, which is a scholastic graphic novel of the adventures of a kid trying to find her father who went on a dangerous mission. And it's about family and loyalty, and it's played for laughs. And I picked this up at a by the pound place for a quarter. Same with the Welsh book that I can't pronounce. Then we have 5 issues of the totally awesome Hulk, which I've never read, and Cho is an artist I like, but I don't like his writing because he's terribly misogynistic. But I'll give it a shot with just his art and see how it goes. So I picked up the first 5 for $1 a piece, or 99 cents. Then we have a Valiant *1, 4001 AD. This is from a Loot Crate. I bought it blind, it's still sealed. It's probably the closest I'll ever get to a Loot Crate. Then we have the Rat Queen. I got that from my wife. I've heard good things about it. I thought I'd give her a taste for this. I picked it up. It's not issue number, what is it? 8. It's not the first one, but you see if she likes it. If she does, we'll find the graphic novels. And then I couldn't remember if she'd had this issue of Max. She's a Max fan. And again, I picked it up for $1. Then we have a giant-sized, all-ages Marvel comic about the Hulk. I kind of like the Hulk, and I may pass it on to my nephews or just pass it on to a coworker. Then we have 2 issues of Outsiders. These are the first 18 issues bound up. And then some Teen Titans, which I happen to like. And I got those on sale for $1 a piece. The thrift shop was having a sale that day. So on to DVDs. And again, there's way too many DVDs. Here we have the first season of Rocky and Bullwinkle. My wife is a fan, as am I. We have the second season of Arrested Development because my wife said, hey, can you find some Arrested Development for me? And I did. And it's not the first season, but at least to give her a taste to see if it's any good. Someone recommended it to her. And we have Tales from the Future, which I picked up because it had Metropolis and Things to Come on it. The other films I'm not as interested in, but I picked it up for like $3 or $4, so I'm like, oh, it's got lots of movies, so what the heck. The Doors, I picked it up for $2. It's the special edition. It's still wrapped. Whoever bought it just didn't like it. It's probably get it as a gift. Then we have Maze Runners, The Scorched Trials. I saw the Maze Runners. I've done a review of that. I haven't watched this yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it more or less than the first one. We have More Bodies, which is problematic because I don't know if I'll be able to watch it because I have a thing about zombies. But I'm going to give it a try. If I can't, I can't. The Raven. This is not good. I've done a review. Toy Story of Terror. This is quite delightful. The Emperor's Club with Kevin Kline. Crooked Arrows, which is a sports movie about dealing with Native Americans. Which I saw the trailer, it looked cute. I picked this up for like $1, I think. Streets of Blood, Val Kilmer, 50 Cent, and Sharon Stone. Never heard of it. Bought that one blind. Don Juan, which is a kind of a romantic comedy thing about a guy trying to come to grips with the fact that he wants something other than being able to pick up attractive women. Mission Impossible 2, which I have remembered almost nothing about when I watched it with the commentary track. It's not bad, you know. Tom Jones may be a horrible person out in the real world, but he really is a great action star. Support Your Local Gunfighter, which is kind of a sequel to Support Your Local Sheriff. Well, not a sequel so much as a retelling almost the same story with almost exactly the same cast. Kind of the way they did with El Dorado and Rio Bravo. But yeah, this made me smile so much watching this. I wish there was a commentary track, I really do. Then we have Scooby-Doo Meets Batman! Because why not? The French Connection. El Super Bisto. I'd never heard of this. I bought this blind. I love the art style, so I'll see if it's any good. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. I've done a review of this one, and I haven't, or not a review so much as a commentary, and the fact that I really don't like the whole white dude saves the day. We have Played, which is another Val Kilmer movie. Apparently I've got a thing for Val Kilmer lately. Then we have Willard, which I got because it has a Crispin Glover commentary track, and I just want to listen to that. I know the film. I don't need to watch the whole film for just the film. I want to listen to the commentary track. Then we have Ghost in the Shell, the original. The Nice Guys, which I happen to really enjoy. The film, and they're supposed to, I think there's a commentary track or something on there, but which I'm kind of looking forward to. Then we have a double feature of Bruce Willis. We have The Prince and Vice. I've not seen either of these, but I like John Cusack and I like Bruce Willis, and so I figured it was like $5, I think, for the two movies. That's pretty cheap to me. And then we have a replacement for our Pacific Rim because we have it on DVD and now we have it on Blu-ray. So I've already gotten rid of the DVD copies. So now we have this one because my wife's a big fan. And I mean, it's a fun film. It's just big dumb robots. And then we have The Jerk. Got that for my wife. She's a Steve Martin fan. And Ben Affleck and Morgan Freeman in The Sum of All Fears, a film I don't believe I've ever seen. Okay, on to stuff. And here we have a collection of weird stuff. We have some crystal cases. I picked up 10 for $2, and I'm going to use those so I can get rid of all the duplicate movies so I can give them to people. And I've already used one, the one that had the price tag on top. And that's just so I strip the cases and toss them, so I don't have any the cases to put them in. And it's hard if you want to show somebody that you've got a bunch of films that you're up for grabs. It's easier if they can see the actual film. So there you go. We have a replica of a fossil, which I thought was kind of cool. That I put that in my curio cabinet. We have a couple of hooks. These are mermaid and a merman. Kind of perfect thing to go. Kind of a Poseidon thing going on there because he's got a little tiny trite in his hand. We have a couple of wrenches here. I wanted the big one. I'll just donate the bottom one. Because I think this will work for something I need in the basement in my shop. We have a waterproof container. I'm going to test that and see how good it is. We have a thermometer for range, and it gives you either Fahrenheit or Celsius. Tells you that, and it's got an 8-to-1 accuracy, so for every 8 units of range, it drops slightly in accuracy. But you know, at this range, it's you know, that's exactly what temperature it is. It's 70 degrees. That table is 70 degrees. We have a pretty purple skirt. I picked that up at a yard sale or a moving sale for $1, and it came with a really nice quality hanger. This cute little sugar skull. My wife likes sugar skulls. We have a cup, which is Legos. And I'm going to clean that up, and I'm going to give it to my nephews so that they can customize their own cup. The kind of funny thing is I saw that online, and I'd never had seen it before. And 2 days later, I found one at a thrift shop. So I'm like, cool. Then we have a timer. I used to keep a timer here in the office so I could time stuff. I must probably at some point want to get one for the basement too. And one day I went to use it, and it didn't work anymore. So I went to Walmart, and I found this one on sale for $5, and it's a dual timer. And it came with a battery, a AAA battery. And a lot of the ones they had used button batteries, and I avoid button batteries when I can because they're expensive, more expensive than like AAAs. They don't last as long. So I prefer to use AAAs if I can. And this one came with it. In fact, I had planned on buying one which was not on sale until I saw this one. It was $7, was a single timer, and it didn't come with a battery. So I made out there. Then we have this. I don't know what this was originally. I don't think I've had this in a video before, but if I did, I apologize. I'm going to sharpen this tip up, and I'm going to make this into I'm probably going to have to, I'm not quite really happy with that gap. Let me close that gap up a little. I'm going to make this into a rope dagger. So see if I can successfully hit a target with it without harming myself. We have some garland. I picked that up for, I think, $1. We have 2 Swiss Army knives. This is a Victorinox, the simplest model they make with 2 blades, and I picked that up for $5 at a thrift shop. It mostly is an example of you can find good quality knives at thrift shops if you keep your eyes open. And this one I picked up at an antique sale for $5, and this is a Wenger, and it's the got the Alox scales, and it's kind of the classic bottle opener, cap lifter, screwdriver, main blade, and then an awl, and it's in nice shape, and I picked it up for $5. We have a cute little bunny. It's a cute little bunny. He's brass. Got a nice heft to him. That's for my wife. We have a hanger here, which I want for work because I put a lot of weight into my hangers at work, and I busted a couple of wooden ones, and I bend the plastic ones. So I've got an aluminum hanger at work already, along with the plastic one, and now I want to get rid of the plastic one and use this one, but I don't want this big thing with me, so I'm going to cut off that tip and cut it up here and around the corners and just take the hanger part, and I'll find a use for these 4 rods here because it's pretty decent quality steel. Then we have a Escape from New York Snake Plissken figure, which was a gift from my friends. It just says age 17+. I'm not really sure why you have to be that old, but it's cool. So I'm going to keep that in the blister pack and just hang it up someplace. And then we have Christmas lights, specifically snowflakes. And I picked those up for $1 at an estate sale. I'm going to put those on my porch along with my star. I think they're kind of cool. Got to figure out a pattern I like with them. Hang them up. So there you go, folks. This has been a little weird, eclectic section in the back, but there's a lot of media this time around. And if the comics are any good, I will do a review of them. Quite a few of the comics I've gone through recently have not been good, so they didn't get reviews. So I just kind of passed those on. I do have a cool action figure, and hopefully shortly I'll have a cool martial arts weapon that I maybe won't hurt myself with.